So this is a piece that actually started all of the classes for painting. I had this as a backdrop at Michael's for when I did my display. And one of the customers came in and go, oh my God, I want to learn how to do that. And I'm like, well, I just kind of threw that together just so I would have a back piece. So if you see it, this is all done in oils. And I'm going to bring it a little bit closer for you can see that it's, pretty detailed. But it's just basically using the palette knives, which is what we're going to use today. You can tell mine are used pretty good. And what I like to do, this is basically the white paint mixed with the blue, which I have like the cobalt blue, and the white, and usually get a big tube like this. I'm going to show you a few pieces before we get going, because once we get going and I'm into this, it's going to be crazy messy, and I just would prefer to show you the pieces first and then go from there. So what I do, my art teacher taught me way back in the day to always sign your piece to something simple. So I just put my little HJ on there. And then on the back of my pieces is where I write who the artist is and when I did it. So that's kind of fun. So this is coming down because I'm going to show you a few other pieces just to give you an idea of the versatility in this technique. The little wish flowers are kind of popular right now. That's just a real easy piece to do. And I'm going to show you the techniques how to do this today. And this is just a real simple yellow flowers. I needed to have some samples for Michael's for the class. So these are super easy to do. And it's all up to you how complex or how simple you want to keep it. This is a piece that I did in about maybe 2 hours, maybe an hour. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to lay the foundation and then build off of that and bring your colors together. And this is all done with a palette knife. There's no brush work in here. So that's just, showing you a little color there. This one I have to be careful because it's still a little wet, so I don't want to get that too smooshed up. And this is still a little bit too. I wanted to try this technique as well. These are just the wildflowers. This is all done again with a palette knife and then bringing those colors in. So I'm bringing it a little bit closer for you can see. Okay. If you want to explore and see other pieces, you're welcome to go on to and that's where I have my work displayed. So I think today, I haven't really even decided what I'm going to do. I just want to show you some stroke techniques and some palette techniques. So one of the things when you're working with oils, especially if they've sat around for a while, you want to have some pliers handy because those is how you get your oils opened. Have a towel on your lap. Hi Tina. I won't wave, but I will shout out to you guys, especially today because I am going to be messy. So I use paper plates because when I'm done, I just throw them away. And I don't waste any. You see how I'm doing this all globbed on there? Because we're going to use a lot of this. We're going to prime the canvas first. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch on here. And I know a lot of people are going, well, what do you do about thinning it out and stuff like that? You don't want to thin it out. You want it thick for this type of technique. This is actually my kind of technique. Way back in the day when I was a youngin', I took and modeled for an art class with my clothes on in college. And I learned a lot of stuff by sitting in the class and listening to the teacher. And then I took some art classes too. But this is one of those things, didn't know that, huh, Mike? But this is one of those techniques that I just, like I said, one day I was messing around with that one piece. So we want to prime your piece first. You just throw it on there. And I'm just going to go for it and let you watch. Let me know if you can, if you can't see this, okay? But you're just going to throw that on there. And don't worry about it being smooth or anything. In fact, the more rough it is, the better. And I'm not doing too big of a canvas today because I want you to be able to see all the different things I'm doing here. So I'm going to get this on real fast and just kind of smooth it on. I use this one here to get it initially on. Just kind of smoosh it on there. I'm no Bob Ross or Thomas Kincaid by far, but this is still fun to learn and do. Okay, so you just want to, like you're icing a cake basically. So you're just going to ice this on, get it on there nice and cover it all, because your canvas is going to soak up some of that, and this is what's going to help your canvas retain and hang on to the colors you're going to lay on top of it. I layer when I paint, and you're like, but Hallie, that's all white. What are you going to do with that blue? I'm going to show you in a second. And you can do whatever color you want. So if you have a favorite color you want to do, or if you're doing a sunset or something like that. So I'm going to flip this around. This is where it starts getting messy for me, as you can tell. And I'm just going to set it on here and get the top piece done. And spray my allergy medicine hangs in for this time frame we're doing this in. But you're just going to slap it on there, okay? And I thought about having it all primed before the class to save time, but then how are you going to learn how to do it if I do it all behind the scenes? So we're just going to throw it on here. And I'm going super fast, I apologize, but you can always rewind and go back and look at it again. Okay, so see how the texture is on that? It's really kind of wild and kind of cool actually. So I just dab a little bit of that blue. Doesn't take much. You're just going to take a little dab, just a tiny little dab. You're going to work that in. And this is for that, you know, kind of cool, see how that comes together now? That cool texture technique. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to use the wider one. And you can use the different palette knives as you do them. You're going to, hi Tracy, you're going to figure out which palette knife does what, and I'm also going to show you. But see how I used up all that white already? And we're just going to braid this together. Whichever kind of pattern you want, you can just kind of go for it. I told my husband, I know, it's getting warm out here. I might have to do this inside going forward, or do morning classes. So that's your technique for just getting your canvas primed and ready to go. Now you can put the little magic to it. You can kind of, you know, rough that out a little bit if you want, like I said. And you could add more color to that too. If you wanted to put some other colors in there, that would be really pretty. Sorry. I should do this here for you can see. So I'm going to put some more white down. White. I usually go through a whole tube when I do a canvas this size of white. So that's how come I always say buy a lot. Get the bigger ones. This one is 100 millimeters. So make sure and see what I said about my hands. You can wear gloves if you don't want to get paint on you. And I'd have a trash can right here to 100 millimeters. So make sure and see what I said about my hands. You can wear gloves if you don't want to get paint on you. And I'd have a trash can right here to throw it away. Not able to see your board due to all the comments. Okay. At this point, I'm just going to, for you can see some, hopefully you can see that board this way if I make it elongated. So I really can't adjust anything right now, so you'll have to kind of just hang tight and re-watch it. So that's where we're at with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make some flowers and stuff on here, and I'll do them up here so you can see them better, okay? We'll leave this kind of there. So I'm going to take some yellow, those sunshiny color. And sometimes your oil will come out with a little oil base in it, and that's okay because that's going to blend and mixed in. Because I have this plate going with the white and the blue, I'm going to go to another plate. And I'm going to put my yellow on here, and I'm just going to put a smidge. And see what I said about the oil running off on that? So what I wanted to show you is the different tips, what they do. So like this tip, get a little bit of yellow on there. I'm going to pull up a little bit of my white. Okay? We'll mix that in just to get some yellow on there. And we're just going to, too much. We're just going to pull it like this. And these make like little, like your little daisies, your little daisy pieces. You should get my husband out here to be my technical support. But these are just like little, we're going to just do little yellow daisies up here. Little wildflowers, basically. And that's how you do that. So you get those little pieces there. And I do a lot of my painting in layers, so I'll let it dry a little bit, and then I'll go back and I'll layer on some more stuff. But right now I just want to show you the technique. So this is that one. If you just get this set of palette knives, they're about 15 bucks. You use your 50% coupon off at Michael's, they're cheaper, or get them on Amazon. But I'm going to put a couple more on there. See how you just drag them? Put them on and just drag them down. And don't worry about things being perfect. If you're trying to make it perfect with palette knives, ain't going to happen. And you're also going to lose the character of it. That's the whole beauty of palette knives, is having that globbiness is what makes them look really cool. Okay? So they don't have to be perfect. So that's just like some of the little daisies and stuff. Okay? Just a little shout out too. You can share these videos with your friends, but go on your privacy setting if you're sharing videos and mark only your friends can see, only you can see your friends, because I got hacked this weekend and it was a hassle. My nephew knows what I'm talking about. I finally got my account all cleared up because I was generous and I was sharing this with the public thinking it was all cool, and somebody thought they would hack my account and reach out to my friends and pretend to be me. So if you're going to share these videos, which I encourage you to do because we're all stuck at home right now, and the whole purpose of doing this is to give us something to do. But see how these are coming together? And what you're doing too is you're pulling the paint from the background up into the picture itself. Okay? So there's no right or wrong way of doing this. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you, because I'm feeling it, how to do some stems going into the leaves and stuff. So I'm going to see what I said about the oil coming out. When it's a new paint, the oils do that. So I'm going to grab up some of my white, mix it with my green. Everything I do when I'm wanting to do these soft colors, I'm mixing with white. And if you get the white pearl paint, it looks really cool. So I'm going to wipe this off. Oh, you're wasting. I know, but it's just the effect I want to get. And I'm going to take this side of this. Hi, Katrina. I'm going to take the side of this and kind of dab it like this. See, I just had the slide. And I'm going to go like this. You're like, oh my God, what's she doing? And just kind of get in there and get crazy. Okay? Because now you're building stems. You're giving that stem effect. And you're using just that. And then you go down here and kind of do that too. But see how it does that cool little effect there? So use your palette knives to kind of get in there. And that's why you want to do the base, to get a good base on there, because that's going to help you bleed your colors together and pull your colors together. So I want a little dimension, so I'm going to add a different color of green. So I have a little bit of that green, so I should have showed you what I was doing. Just a little different green to give it contrast. Like I said, I had no idea what I was going to do for you guys today. I just wanted to come out here and kind of show you the different techniques. So we'll see what we end up with. Okay. So now you know the little wildflower technique and the stemming, how you can do that, and how you just get in there and you just have fun with it. Okay, I'm going to bring it all together and just don't be afraid. Just have fun. Okay? So that's kind of that one. And then I'm pretty good about cleaning mine. I've learned when you're using palette knives, please, please, please wipe them off as you go along. Otherwise, if they dry on there, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to clean them. Hey, do you like my my stay home, stay safe quarantine haircut? My husband did it for me. I had to go behind him and fix it, but he's like chop, chop, chop. So we all got to do what we got to do. So I'm going to do a little purple. I love purple. And I'm still using this, the paper plates, but I'm going to put this one over here because I'm going to come back to that green later. And I'm just going to squish in some of this purple. And this is going to come out thick because this is old paint. And actually, the older the paint, it's kind of better because it goes in really thick. So sorry about that, I'm falling apart. Wrong lid. Okay, or the erase, maybe. So this one here, see that fat one? This makes really cool flowers, kind of like this one, like your hibiscus and stuff. So let's just put some flowers over here, just to give you an idea what they look like. See how it comes together? Like I said, don't overthink it. Just get in there and kind of go for it. Okay? Kind of like pansies in a way. So you're just taking the tip of it, loading it up, and smooshing it down. So that gives that just a little bit of, for you can see that technique, what it looks like. And that's the technique I used on the very first picture I showed you, that blue one. So see how it's gloppy here? I'm trying not to get in the zone here. Remember that I'm showing you a class here. I'm one of those artists that kind of just do things in my quiet space. I don't usually have an audience watching me, so this is a real stretch for me. But I really think we all need to pull together during this time and kind of keep each other from going crazy. So anyway, I'm going to put some purple in here too, I think, but I'm going to do more like a, just because I see that in my head. Pull that off of there. Put some, like, oh my god, that just looks crazy and insane to be able to just slap that up there like that. Like lilac. There we go. Okay. So these are just like little lilacs in there. I like my paintings to go down to the edge. You can just kind of go like this in there if you want to get some stem looking things going on in there. Okay. And let's put a little bit of dimension in there, so let's put a little bit more purple in there. Just a little bit more. I'm getting this all over my table. Now see how I just put the dark in there, and I'm just kind of spotting it because that's going to just give it some dimension. Okay. So now you kind of saw what you can do with this one too. This one is really cool for doing. I am no Bob Ross. So then what I would do probably going forward, how come I wanted to keep the green? So I'm going to switch this out. So we've used all the different ones for the most part. This little tiny one is really good for leaves, I have found. And I'm going to do like a light colored leaf, so I'm going to do the green, but with a little pop to it. See how that green kind of brings together that yellow? This is the little one. And of course I'm going to go back to my white again. Pull up some of that. That's why I have the drop cloth down there. You can't see it, but there's a drop cloth down there. Okay, so we put some leaves in here. Just a little greenery. And again, I'm kind of doing this a little fast just for you to get the idea of how it works. You're going to be able to do this on your own and play with it a little bit more. But when you put the leaves in there, it makes it pop a little bit more. Okay? What is she doing? I'm just trying to hurry. And up here, bring those little flowers together. Got a gnat. Little tiny fly buzzing on me. See how you just kind of bring that together. You get that little grass effect and stuff. So that's that. What I'm showing you is the technique. This took a little bit longer, but this is one of the pieces I did. And you can go on Hallie's Little Treasures and look at the different pieces. This is just, this one it took me a couple hours maybe. I was just playing with it. And then this is the other one, doing these little flowers here. These are still wet, so I'm trying to be careful with them. I did the white. I really love white. White is my favorite color, even though they say white is not a color, it is to me. And I put the little yellow dots in here, and how I did that little technique down here. So the more you work it and add those blending colors and stuff in it, the more technique you're gonna pull out of it and stuff like that. See how that and if you're not feeling it, you don't like the way it looks, just do it all over again. So that's kind of the techniques and stuff on how to do it. This is the only one we didn't use, but this one is really good for blending those together. Just to give it a real gentle touch. Just to give it that final color blend. And then I'll go in and put more green and stuff So let's just use this one for kind of using the rest of our paint up. What I do is I kind of look at it on there and see what it's looking like, where I can get an idea of how it's going to go on the canvas. Okay, so you just want to make that pop, put like a grassy field down here, if you want to do that. Kind of bring that together. And what I'll do when I'm done, because I don't want to hold you up here all day, is I'll finish it just like I do my other pieces. I'll finish it and then I'll go ahead and post it for you can see what the finished picture looks like. But that's pretty much it. You're just going to load up a lot with white, put your base on there. These I'm probably going to redo because I'm not feeling it, but these I'm pretty happy with. This I'm going to fill out some more like I did on this one. I'll make it more full, and I'll probably bring in some of this type of technique in here and fill that in. And that's it. But this, like, I think I'm going to change that because I'm not feeling it. So that's it. That's how you paint with palette knives. That's the one for today. But thank you for coming in. I will upload this. Please feel free to share it with your friends. Do like a watch party and pop it out there. We're all staying home. We're all staying safe. We're all trying to stay sane. So this is something that we can do. It's very inexpensive. You can get your canvases and your paints all online through Michaels. All you really need is one big tube, like a 100mm tube of the white paint, and then a couple of your accent colors. So if you get one of those multi-packs of oils, the small ones that has the different colors in it, that's all you need. And then you get the set of the palette knives. Mine look like this because they're really used, but they're brown and clean. So that's pretty much all you really need. Some paper towels to clean up and a towel, and just the willingness to get in there and go for it, you know. And that's pretty. But see what I said over here? I don't like that. So this is going to be something different later on. I'm not feeling it. But probably more of this and more wildflowers. But stay safe, stay sane. And as my dad would say, have a good day and a better tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. And peace out.